Ahmad Saeed Omar Sheikh, a terrorist and murder convict, is set to walk free in Pakistan. He spent the last 18 years behind bars. He was found guilty of masterminding the abduction of Daniel Pearl, an American journalist who was beheaded by Pakistani terrorists. Sheikh confessed to his crime. He was sent to jail. And 18 years later, Pakistan Supreme Court says there is no evidence to prove his culpability. The man is now 47 years old. Sheikh was born to prosperous Pakistani garment merchants in London. He was given the best of education at some of the most prestigious universities, including the London School of Economics. But his jihadist zeal made him return to Pakistan and spend several months at a terror training camp. It's a fascinating story. Listen to this. The Pakistani deep state then sent him to Kashmir, and that's where he carried out his first kidnapping. The abduction of 3 British tourists in 1994. The hostages were freed. Omar was captured by Indian forces. He was jailed at a prison in New Delhi. This is where he met Pakistani jihadist Maulana Masood Azhar, the founder of Jaish-e-Mohammed. Azhar and Omar had to be freed in 1999 in exchange for hostages on board a hijacked Indian Airlines plane, IC-814. Omar returned to Lahore. He came in contact with Daniel Pearl. Daniel Pearl was the South Asia bureau chief of the Wall Street Journal. Pearl was investigating the murky underworld of Pakistani terror outfits after the 9/11 terror attacks. Omar lured Pearl into a trap that ultimately led to his abduction. This was in January 2002. A month later, in February, Omar was arrested. He boasted to a Karachi court that Daniel Pearl was already dead. He said it. A week later, these images of Daniel Pearl were released by the abductors, and a graphic video of Pearl's gruesome decapitation. He was beheaded. That video was delivered to the US consulate in Karachi. Omar confessed to playing a role in Daniel Pearl's killing. He was given a death sentence. But he remained defiant, and he told the court, and I'm quoting, "We shall see who will die first, me or the authorities who have arranged the death sentence for me." 18 years on, his statement is turning out to be true. The Pakistan Supreme Court has given Omar a clean chit, the man who confessed to the crime. On your screen are images of the prison that he's being held in. He will soon be released from jail. The Pearl family, of course, is devastated. Judy and Ruth Pearl, the parents of Daniel Pearl, have issued a heart-wrenching statement. Let me read out from that. The release of these killers puts in danger journalists everywhere and the people of Pakistan. No amount of injustice will defeat our resolve to fight for justice for Daniel Pearl. We urge the US government to take all necessary actions under the law to correct this injustice. Has the US government responded? Yes, it has. Speaking to reporters, Joe Biden's press secretary, Jen Psaki, has said that the United States is outraged and that the decision to release Ahmad Saeed Omar Sheikh is an affront to terror victims everywhere. Listen to this.
The United States is outraged by the Pakistani Supreme Court's decision to affirm the acquittals of those responsible for Wall Street Journal reporter Daniel Pearl's kidnapping and brutal murder, which shocked the world's conscience in 2002. This decision to exonerate and release Sheikh and the other suspects is an affront to terrorism victims everywhere, including in Pakistan. We recognize past Pakistani actions to try to hold Mr. Pearl's murderers accountable, and we do note that as of right now, Omar Sheikh remains in detention in Pakistan under national security authorities. But we call on the Pakistani government to expeditiously review its legal options, including allowing the United States to prosecute Sheikh for the brutal murder of an American citizen and journalist. And we're committed to securing justice for Daniel Pearl's family and holding terrorists anywhere accountable for their heinous crimes. And the State Department, I know, also just put out a statement.
The Pakistan government is under pressure. It has appealed to the Supreme Court to review its decision, but we all know how this works, how these appeals have fallen on deaf ears in the past. And the fact that court after court in Pakistan has acquitted Daniel Pearl's killer says a lot about the true intentions of the Pakistani establishment. This is a story you will be tracking. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.